Hello and welcome. Welcome to January 2024. Take a nice deep cleansing breath, thanking yourself for being here and being open to receive the messages that are here for your highest good. Beautiful. So today and really this year, it's so very important for all of us to connect with our inner guidance system. We've all been given the gift of our intuition, but most of us haven't really been paying attention to it because we've been taught to make our thoughts a priority over our heart. And when we pay attention to our intuition, that's God's gift to us. That's that internal guidance system that's always guiding us, that's always showing us what's for our highest good. And they also want to share that you are a multi-dimensional being. What do I mean by this? You are made in the image and the similitude of God. There is no separation. This has been an illusion that we're now shifting out of and remembering that we are one. We are love. So how do we connect with this? How do we connect with this intuitive guidance that we've all been given? So it's like anything. It's like a muscle. The more that you use it, the stronger it becomes. So there are four major ways that our higher self, that source that the heavenly realm uses to connect with us. There's claircognizance, which is a knowing. There's clairsentience, which is clear feeling. There's clairaudience, which is clear hearing. And there's where you can visually see it, clear seeing. So there are four different ways that we can connect. So let me give a little bit more of an example of each one. So claircognizance, that's a knowing. And this is something that we are given and we don't trust, because we know that we know, and yet we don't know how that we know, so we don't believe it, we don't trust it, we don't really follow through with it because it's just a knowing. And yet that's divine. It's that gut feeling, that gut knowing. It's like, yes, I know this is the right way to do this. And then sticking with that knowing and living your life based on the knowing. They're talking about how the more that we connect with this knowing, the more that we have an awareness of this knowing, and we can, in the beginning, we can kind of get the message, the knowing, and then if it's something that you want to research it to see if that seems accurate to you, feel free. They're saying that you're going to find confirmations all over the place once you start paying attention to the knowing that you have. So the second one, clairseeing. The heavenly realm connects with us through the visual. Now the visual can come through nature. We can get messages. As I was getting ready to do this, I had the visual, a real visual of a swan that was floating by. And so that brought to my awareness, because I paid attention to it, I trusted it. To me, when I see a swan, I think of graciousness. So let's start off with bringing that graciousness of the swan and seeing the visions come to you with ease and grace. So you may see it in nature, you may see it in visual with a movie or a picture, You might see it in your mind's eye. You could close your eyes and get a vision. It can be colorful. It can be black and white. There's no right or wrong. But if you get visions, it could be in your dreams, it could be in your mind's eye, it could be in the physical realm. Pay attention to these. They're messages for you, like I did with the beautiful, graceful swan that was swimming by. Pay attention. They're always messages that are there for you. And so they want me to also share about the swan. I felt the essence of the swan, and I felt that gracefulness. See how that's intuitive? That's my higher self working with me, letting me know, paying attention to the gracefulness of the swan, and bringing that into the year 2024, being in grace and ease. Beautiful. So that's the visual. We have clairaudience. Now, clairaudience can come about where you're overhearing a conversation. So that's the physical. Let's say you were wondering about doing something, and all of a sudden you're listening to someone talk about something, and it rings a bell. The hair on the back of your neck might stand up. Or you could be listening to a song, and the song could be sharing a message. So for example, you're driving along and you hear the song Let It Be, just an example. That could be the message for you, let it be. So it can come through the physical realm. It can also come through where we hear things in the non-physical, where you get a sound of a word or a phrase. Pay attention to that. That's also a message from the heavenly realm, from the angelic realm, from your higher self. The audio can also come through. It may sound, I find, it can sound like ringing in your ears. It can sound like buzzing. It can sound like a download. Remember the old fax, I'm going to date myself, the old fax machines where it would sound, right? So it could sound like that. When you get that sound coming through, pay attention to whatever you were feeling, whatever you were thinking. It's kind of like that was a download. The other thing that they want to share is if it's too loud or alarming for you, ask them to tone it down, which I've done. It's kind of like, whoa, that was very loud in my ears. Please lower that, make it a little softer, make it a little bit more less jarring, okay? So that's the clairaudio. And then there's the clairsentience. That's the feeling. You know, that gut feeling when you have that feeling in your pit of your belly. And it could be directing you that something is for your highest good. And so that feeling in your belly would be very uplifting, very bright, very happy, very expansive, kind of like a yes, this would be the right choice for me. Or that feeling might be dark, constrictive, heavy. That would be a no. This wouldn't be the right choice for me. And then there's the neutral. It's kind of like you're asking a question, you're feeling into the feelings that you're having, and it's very neutral. Or maybe you're being directed to get more information, to do more research. You don't have enough to make a found decision. So start paying attention to these feelings that you have. And every time that you pay attention to it, notice how it's worked out for you. They also want to share is, let's say you got the feeling and you overrode it. You went into the ego, the mind, and went into the fear rather than the love. The fear goes into all the problems that could occur if you do this, blah, blah, blah. So then you move into that place of fear and you don't perhaps move forward in making a decision. So when you find that you do that, don't judge yourself. Be in that place of observation, that place of compassion, and see, like, oh gee whiz, look what I did. I didn't pay attention to myself, and so I made a wrong choice. Now, if you see this as an opportunity, like a learning opportunity, so that perhaps the next time when you have it, you're going to say, wait a minute, last time I overrode it with the ego, edge got out, right? I went based in fear, and it didn't work out so well for me. So this time I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to go within, and I'm going to follow my inner guidance, that feeling, letting me know if this is for my highest good or another. You see, so very often we're taught to look outside of ourselves to the experts, quote unquote, the experts around us, and they should know what's best for me. And that is not true. I'm not saying we can't seek wise counsel and then bring that into our discerning process. But ultimately, you are the one. You are the one and only that can choose what is for your highest good. So you can gather all that information, and then you drop down from the mind. So right now, let's bring something into mind you have a question about. You can do this now, or you can do it at any time. I tend to close my eyes. I place a hand on my heart, one on my belly, that solar plexus, and just ask yourself, whatever I'm looking at or choosing or having to decide about, just pick one thing. Drop down from the mind. Imagine taking an elevator down to your sacred heart, where it's based in love, guidance, light, beauty, grace, and ease. And ask yourself, is this for my highest good? And now just take a few moments to go within. Breathing in and out, where no thought is thought, just connecting with that divinity. See if you feel light and bright and happy, that would be a yes. Or if it feels constrictive or dark or heavy, that would be a no. Or if there's a neutrality, you can explore further to make your decision. Beautiful. So you can breathe your eyes open and know that you have gone within to your higher self, into your multidimensional abilities, your intuitive guidance. There is no separation. We are one. When we remember and we go back to the space of love, the place of unity consciousness, and we follow our inner guidance. And as we do this, we become more light-filled. We become happier. We feel more in cohesiveness, in harmony, in bliss, joy, peace. And as you do this, you step into your power from a place of love, not dominating, not controlling, power from love. And as you do this, you set an example for others to follow and to walk in their highest good, in their highest light. And this is how we bring about change. It's awakening to our intuitive guidance, awakening into the truth of our multidimensionality. It's as easy as a breath. It's clear, it's crystal clear, and it's our gift from Source. So thank you so very, very much for being with us. We love you. We look forward to seeing you in the upcoming month. And I'm being guided to remind you that I have created my Angelic Guidance Oracle deck. And we've gotten beautiful reviews from it. The messages and the pictures give you beautiful guidance. And this is a lovely tool that you can implement that can also help give you direct guidance. So we're given all of these tools that we can work with, that can assist us. And that's just one of them. So it's on my website. I look forward to connecting with you. We send you love and blessings. Happy New Year.